I edit. Sex, money, and high values. We back at it. Got the lovely Sativa in the building with me for this video's segment. We will be going into why do childhood friends fade apart? Why do you think they fade apart?
I mean, I guess it's different for male and females, but for females, I think they fade apart once they get like a different clique of friends that they can be themselves around and without feeling judged or intimidated or something.
Or they could be the ones that's judging or intimidated.
Yeah, so then they gotta find some other people to
Judge
push over.
Basically, yeah.
Once they burn them bridges, they gotta find some new ones to burn.
Funny. As you say, burning bridges. So, why do childhood friends fall apart? You can go back to your own group of friends if you want to. We'll stay in our genre of our own group of friends. And you may not be the person that fell apart with your childhood friends. And I'm not saying we necessarily fell out. We just don't take part in the same activities on a more regular time. That's all we say. We're not saying that we at odds or we enemies now. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying, why do childhood friends fade apart when we had these friends that we been known since elementary, middle school? Yeah, we'll keep it between the elementary and middle school, going into high school with certain people, or just living around the neighborhood with certain people. And as you see, as time then progressed, a lot of people have almost resorted into being somebody that they not just to continue to have close friends or close ties with people that they grew up with. So now you see groups of people that are quote unquote productive, or they're not really thinking in the future as a whole. And that's bad when we have a group of friends that's 2, 3, 4, 5 people or more or less, and y'all all just don't see the future as a whole, or y'all don't all see the future in a like-minded way, where you think the future and your future gonna be this way, somebody else think their future gonna be this way, but some type of way that y'all still stuck around each other. You know why? Because y'all all is attracted to the possibility. Y'all attracted to the possibility that you know that they don't know where they going and you don't know where you're going. So that attraction. So what they say, opposites attract. So yes, y'all are completely opposite of how y'all think. But since y'all completely think opposite, y'all say, okay, this is the better beneficial relationship to be in, because of we don't think the same and we don't see things the same. But for the stuff that we entertain as a whole, or things that we do indulge in as a group, that's what we didn't grew up on. So we just gonna continue to live our life or our friendship through this small bubble that never grew into nothing or never blossomed into a flower. So basically, most childhood friend groups, where I'm get the root of it is, we had planted a seed at childhood with childhood friends, and majority of our childhood friends, it never sprouted and blossomed to be flowers or to become a tree where you can make money from it, or where you can actually build something from it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people all had people that they grew up with that said when we get older, man, I want to get a house together. I want to do this together. Man, if we do this, exactly. So, but at the end of the day, it's not a lot of people that's not doing that, and the people that are doing that, they either is living off of each other in a negative way, or they just dragging each other down because they don't have a vision of where they want to go. So the whole thing is, why do friendships fall apart? I showed you why. I just explained why friendships That was the complete opposite of friendships not falling apart. All the things I explained. This is why people are holding on to shit that they know ain't gonna never get them nowhere. So, and if it's already comfortable, I mean, like it's like if you were in gym class and they have a little rope thing, and then they say climb up to the top, but it don't matter how far you climb. So if you just climb right there to your foot, right at the knot, and you just stay right there, you can stay there for a longer period of time, and standing right there because you using less weight or leverage to maneuver to get to any higher lengths within your friendship, because once you get to a certain barrier on that rope, your other friends may not be able to make it up to that spot of that rope. So once they don't make it up to the spot of that rope, you can try your best to pull them up, but guess what they gonna do? They gonna say, "Nah, man, I don't want to go up there." So until the whole time you got your hand extended trying to give them a hand up, what they doing? They got their hand out trying to drag you down. This is why black people say, "Well, man, everybody looking for a handout." Most black people is looking for a handout. They're looking for a handout to snatch in front of them so they can take another person's spot. Soon,
Oh, I mean, it seemed like we say the right shit, but we just think it don't pertain to us. Because a lot of the metaphors we use is like we say it in a way where it like this pertain to them, but not me, or exclude me, so they'll be able to say stuff like, "Oh,
yeah, just like the crab in the bucket."
Exactly. They call somebody crab in the bucket because they feel like that person don't want them to say, quote unquote, fuck a nigga that sell drugs or do something. So now you a crab in the bucket because you try to tell her that you don't want her to fuck with those type of niggas, even though you desire those same type of niggas. So it's like they already knew that in each other's. That's what made them attract to each other, because they were the same level of shiesty, but they just didn't think it would conflict between their relationship.
Well, they don't. Most times they don't. That's the whole point. They know where
to draw the line.
Yeah, exactly. So, anybody if you benefiting from somebody in a negative or positive way, you know where to draw the line. Only real friends actually cross that barrier and say, "I want to become more than a friend. I'm trying to actually be have more of a friendship." Being a friend and having a friendship is two different things. It's just like having relations with a girl or being in a relations with a girl. A lot of people have relations with women and have little flings where they with them for a couple weeks, couple months. Them is just relations. Motherfuckers want to claim those as relationships and shit. A relationship, in my perspective, in our perspective, we done been together for 10 plus years going on. Man, if you ain't been in with this person for 1 or 2 years, then y'all ain't in no relationship. And I'm talking about where y'all ain't never broke up. Even if y'all said y'all broke up, y'all still ain't never goddamn moved out each other's house or whatever. From the point y'all moved in, y'all was there. No matter if y'all broke up, y'all still around each other. So yeah, it's okay to break up and stay in the same house. But if you gonna break up and then choose to move your shit out, then no, you have just
babies and all type of other stuff, and then get back together. Then you backtracking.
And that goes all into childhood friends. You know why? Because we did a lot of these things growing up, and none of our childhood friends never really held us accountable for the things that we was doing. And the little things that they did frown upon, most of the time, that's what kind of tailored us to be who we gonna be and what you wasn't gonna actually do. Like, hold on, you doing that type of shit? A girl like, hold on, girl, you doing that? Or like back in the day, like, girl, you fucking all them people? Or hold on, girl, you looking like that? Don't be coming out that now.
Me and my cousin was just talking about that. Like, she was just saying, like, dang, everybody was just hating on us before we was even like, thinking about sex. Like, it was just like people just already be intimidated because they don't have the right guidance at home. So when you go outside, you feel like you gotta make the micro version of what you see at home.
Exactly, yeah.
So you minimizing the shit that you see in your household, and you bring it outside, and you do it on a small scale. That's why some kids will come out and really be easy to cuss people out or just do all that shit because they already hear that shit at home. Some of us just be, chilling. Other people, they need drama because that's all they sit around. It's not their choice at home, but that's all they know how to bring outside because it's relieving shit. So.
And when I say, why do childhood friends fall apart, and I'm not saying the whole group falls apart. Majority of the time is 1 or 2 people, 1 or 2, 3 people that start to fade away and start to see things or see life and a more vivid and visionary standpoint where I see where we gonna end up at if we don't come together as like-minded individuals. This is what drawed us to each other back when we were children and in our younger ages. To certain people, it was just that energy that they had that we felt like, okay, this is the same type of person, or we got the same type of vibe that I got, and you on the same type of time, and we wasn't on no fucking demon time. Anytime we went out doing bad shit, we like, man, we go out and goddamn fuck some shit up. That's what we said. We wasn't on no devil or demon time. No, why? Because at the end of the day, we knew the same shit we went out doing could happen to us. So why the fuck would I go out thinking I'm just some goddamn boogie monster and shit when we know that at the end of as easy it is for us to put somebody at the end of a gun is the same difference for somebody else to put the end of the gun to us.
Even in like relationships, like you might see that like couples may commit crimes together and do like devious shit. Like you said, they ain't no demon time as a friend, but you also gotta realize some people is in relationships that's like demon time where they know they need a girl that know how to willing to set niggas up for him and do all this devious shit. Like we didn't grow up like that as a couple, and like we didn't have no motive to do that. The stuff we did was more like on a couple scale, so we'd go find little secluded places to be couples and do stuff, but it wasn't nothing that we had to do to criminalize ourselves just to prove or validate some shit just because of the moment we lived in.
Or no, just because of the influence that was around.
Yeah, because everybody knew people that was going to JDC and other little, just getting in trouble. Like you didn't want to be them people for real. It seemed like they had it rougher.
No, they didn't have it rougher. They just they chose their choices to be, well, they let their choices be influenced by the environment that they was around. Just like we let some of our choices be influenced, but
it's like when you don't have no limit of knowing when enough is enough.
No,
like,
that's the whole point about. That's why childhood friends fall apart, because everybody had somebody in a group that either here dead or in jail that was the person that tried to tell them, like, man, hold on, chill out, don't be doing all that type of stuff, or hold on, we shouldn't be doing it like this, let's just do it like this. And then eventually as time get older, people think they're getting wiser, so what they do, they start to leave you out of certain information so you can't give the real perspective of, because it's like, hold on, you can't even tell us, hey, we didn't even tell you all this, so now you can't say nothing about it because they didn't tell you everything. You just hear through the grapevine after the shit already done. I'm like, you niggas stupid as fuck. Like, why would y'all do some dumbass shit like that? You don't got nothing to say because you still ain't gonna actually tell me exactly what led up into it before, because I don't really give a fuck that y'all did it. I just want to know how the fuck you did it and why the fuck I know about it through one of y'all niggas going to jail. That's stupid. So this is the whole point, when niggas thought they was getting smart, but they was actually goddamn dumbing themselves down by leaving out the people in their groups that was actually the smart one, or the one that can actually that would actually look out for them if something would go wrong.
It's like if sticks and stones don't break your sticks and stones break your bones, and words don't hurt you. It shouldn't hurt you to be honest with people that you claim to be friends. Like, you shouldn't beat around the bush. If you feel like you got a lot of shit on your plate, or you got your own thing going on that's like hindering you from being successful, you should be able to come to your bros and your sis and let them know like what you going through, so they can, even if it's not gonna help you, at least comfort you in the moment if you really going through something. Don't try to sit there and act like you just got shit going on when you just being lazy. It's two different things.
Well, yeah, a lot of people is lazy within their mind now. So if it don't stimulate their mind in the way that they want their mind stimulated, then their mind is gonna not calculate or process the information that you telling them. So in that fashion, they basically, that's what they call going into one ear and out the other, because by the time they go into their head, by the time they process it, they don't even really understand or remember what you really didn't told them anymore, because in their mind they couldn't process it as fast. It's just like if you put a Blu-ray inside of a regular DVD player, it's not going to play because it's not that DVD player doesn't have a processor to process the Blu-rays.
But how you can't stimulate it to work and read it, but you have to. You tell me you have to do that with
No,
people's
you
mind.
have to, yeah,
I feel like
upgrade. People had to upgrade their mind.
they have to upgrade it because I feel like the only person you need to persuade and to stimulate a mind is somebody that already has knowledge, because you already know that they're not easy to convince.
No, people want their mind stimulated because this is like that. It's a social media era, so everything is a mind stimulation. Just
So
like,
you gotta put like a commercial out there with some
Exactly.
sad, some little music, and tell them like the
Donate
Everest commercial. Like, you sit on your ass all day, or you sit on the couch all day. Rah, I forgot what he said, but that commercial was coming on way more back then.
yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people went to Everest. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of people enrolled into that shit, and I wonder where they at now. And if
They
y'all
said
do
time
it,
just flying you by, and that shit really happening now. That shit wasn't really
hopefully
flying.
they go somewhere though. People that did
It wasn't really passing you by back then. It definitely wasn't passing us by. We were seeing that commercial more than adults, because we was probably watching TV more than them. So they was probably pre-programming that people was going to not be shit by showing you certain commercials.
Yeah, knowing where the world gonna go. It's social engineering. This is what I was saying. Like, so if you don't have any a group of friends that's looking toward like, dang, where the world gonna go, man? Where we all gonna be, or where we all could go if something happened, or damn, where we go all meet up if we all do goddamn decide to move around. I would want to get back with y'all, man, cause y'all shit. We want, if anything happen, I want to make sure y'all good. You hear me though? And I hope y'all want to make sure I'm good. But no, that's not how people think. They want to make sure they immediate people goddamn good. So that's the goddamn twos and fews that's around them. So this is why most niggas just stay
And
close.
what is making the people around them good? Like, what is those who are
That
those
is their family members and the people that they care about, or people
Like
that they got in
kids?
relations. Yeah, they kids, they baby mamas,
and how
they
they
mamas,
make sure they good?
and the times that they need to by thinking they're gonna be around. So if they think they too far away or invested in something else, just like Buddy said, exactly. He said, I got all the shit else going on. So you think that by you just having a presence of being alive, that if something go wrong, you would be able to be there and just have your presence there. But in reality, nigga, that ain't shit. So just sitting around, just
A lot of people are useless right now.
Well,
The way they brain operate is not useful to society. That's why a lot of things are going on, because people, like you said, they're being lazy in the brain. So instead of taking the initiative to do mature things, they have the choice to be less adults now. You don't have, the responsibility for the average adult right now is the bare minimum for what, compared to what our grandparents and stuff have to do. It was no time for them to waste. But now it seems like, damn, I didn't put all this time just for y'all to just waste time.
Yeah, because they don't know what to do with the time that they got. You got too much. When you got too much time in your hand and you don't have enough resources, then you just sitting there like, what do I need? What do I do next?
You're just sitting there rotting. That's what that means. You're just sitting there rotting. You're like, if you just sit there.
No, they're not rotting. They're sitting there. They're waiting. They don't know what they're waiting on. So they waiting on the next big thing in society, which is going to be the metaverse. So this is where a lot of people. And go back to why do childhood friends fall apart? Because social media
It's the new friends. Each app is their friend.
Exactly. So people are more friends with Instagram, their Snapchat, their social media account. Those are their friends. And then the people that follow them, those are like, okay, these are my friends. So everybody got their own set of friends now. So that's why everybody want to build their own platform
I think it make more people delusional too, because it's like,
because they want their own set of friends.
They want their own set of friends, but also they admire all these other people that they can follow that they're not friends with, so they can like.
So, because that's in their mind, that's their friend now. Once you add them on social media,
delusional.
Exactly. So people are living inside of a matrix
like,
that they don't believe.
If you was that dude, I'd let you tell me that shit, because he getting to the money. So I would listen to him, because he got that BMW. He getting all that. He got them pounds and shit. So if he told me that he need me to put some business on and take shit serious, I'm gonna listen to that nigga. But since you don't got none of the shit that inspired me, I can't listen to you.
Exactly. Or since I grew up with you, I can't necessarily listen to you. That's the problem with childhood friends fall apart. People don't want to listen to the people that they grew up with. And know why? Because the people that you grew up with know you the most.
That mean you that's why we say, damn, I grew up with you. It mean like you might have grew up with them, but they never grew up with you.
Exactly. They never grew up.
That's why they like, dang, you changed, but I'm still the same motherfucker. But the whole time they the same person in an older body.
Basic, exactly.
And you, a new person, feeling
younger.
You feel just like how you felt when you was younger, but you still not looking that younger by your actions. So now it's intimidating too, because they like, dang, you change, you don't goof around like you ain't doing like you used to indulge in all the shit I did. Like you ain't gas me up, but now you just
exactly. I'm
trying to slow me down from being dumb. You trying to stop me from running to a wall.
I'm trying to put gas in a different type of car. That's the whole thing.
It's like if somebody tell you to crash the wall, you getting mad at them. Like, nigga, fuck you. Next thing you know, you crashed the wall. So
yeah,
is
that's
it
how
really
a lot of people
fucked
crash these days.
It's not really fucked them. They're trying to help you. Like, so if you want to die, keep pressing to the middle.
That's what it is. If people living fast, dying younger, or it's childhood friends slowing you up and making you die faster, if the people around you, are your childhood friends slowing you down? That's the better question. That's
if you let them.
Exactly. That's this whole thing. We was asking, why do childhood friends fall apart? And that's a good question too. And since we dove into that, it's not necessarily childhood friends as a whole fall apart. It's just certain characteristics or certain ideologies that you once based your friendship on fall apart. And once those ideologies or the way you looked at these people fall apart, then you no longer look at them a certain way. So then that's when the friendship starts to fade, because you no longer have that same admiration or respect or respect towards this person, as far as where you thought we were going to be as a whole and how we looked at each other growing up and talk, quote unquote said we'd die for each other. Now, why in the fuck would you say we'd die for each other when we was young, but then when we get grown, you won't even listen to what a motherfucker got to say?
It's like Boys in the Hood. Like, it's always a Trey in every clique.
Yep, exactly.
It's always a Trey in every clique, and he the one that guess what? He get the one that get to see light through. Y'all gotta keep that same basic vision you had since you was 15, because you never took yourself serious.
Exactly. It's been real. It's your boy Dante, the lovely Sativa, sex, money, high values,
health, wealth, and sex.
Exactly. Zealous truth and guidance. The energy tribe, make niggas great again, and we out.
Hilarious.